this one here, I came across my desk this morning, and I kind of stopped and do a double take because a New Jersey college student choked to death during a pancake eating contest. Her mother is suing the school, and the school says, it's not our fault. We have no responsibility on this one. And again, that's going to be up to you if you determine whether or not you feel the college owes money on this case. Now, it says here that a Connecticut university is denying wrongdoing in the choking death of a student during a pancake eating contest during campus or on campus in 2017. Lawyers for Sacred Heart University in Fairfield blame Caitlin Nelson's own actions for her death in court documents filed Tuesday in response to a wrongful death lawsuit brought by her mother. Now, one of the things that I remember from when I lived in California, and if you have a pool, is that, let's say a neighbor kid comes over and is like, I want to go swimming. No one's home. I'm just going to, they're not going to care. I just go dip in the pool a little bit. They fall, they slip, they hit their head, they fall back in the pool, they drown. You, even though you weren't home and you didn't grant them access to your property or permission to enter onto your pool or premises, you can then be found guilty of that through a wrongful death lawsuit. They can sue you in civil court, even though you had nothing to do with it. I would argue that that is an extreme, but when you go to college, when someone is paying a tuition to attend the school and you are on campus, there's some responsibility there. Kind of like when you're a public student, right? They have truant officers, and the truant officers will take a list of kids who have taken the day off, and they will sometimes go out in search of these kids, trying to go to the local hangouts. It's 11 a.m. on a Friday. Jane Perkins wasn't in class today. Her friends say she has the whooping cough. My instinct tells me she's at the mall. So I travel to Deerfield Mall, wander around the food court, get a smoothie, take up shop, observe the location, waiting for the 15-year-old redhead to potentially be truant here. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like they maybe do that. I've heard stories. I have no idea. But the idea there essentially is that, like they do that because they're responsible for the child. The child is in their care during that time. Now, granted, an 18-year-old adult, legally speaking, on a college campus is a bit of a different thing, but still, there's a responsibility there. Oh, she was 20, sorry. Now, the 20-year-old junior social worker choked on the pancakes during a charity fundraiser in March 2017 and died 3 days later at a New York City hospital. Her mother, Roseanne Nelson, is seeking an undisclosed amount of money and accuses the Catholic school of approving the contest despite the dangers, failing to provide adequate medical personnel. Now, if you see the next line here, you can already see, oh my God, but we're going to get to that here in a second in case you're listening audio. The school approved the contest despite the dangers. Now, of course, this is going to be the Roseanne Nelson. This is going to be her, trying to get money, wrongful death lawsuit against her child, for death for child. I get that. But no one's going to sit there and look at a pancake eating contest and wonder, what are the dangers? There's no 1954 PSA made for the Sacred Heart College that's going to be set there and go like, okay, boys and girls, we're going to teach you the do's and don'ts of a pancake eating contest here today. The PSA for Sacred Heart. Remember, you want to have apt syrup, apt butter, for if you have a dry pancake, it can lead to certain death. That's kind of like the vibe I would get off that. But anyway, here's where it's the most tragic, by the way. This is the most tragic. Caitlin Nelson's father, police officer James Nelson, died on September 11th. 2001, New York City. Yeah. So to lose her dad at the age of 4 and then to die during a pancake eating contest at a college in March 2017, nearly 16 years later, 15 and a half years later. I just have to say that is some absolute terrible, crappy luck. That's absolutely terrible, crappy luck. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'll be fair. I feel her mom should win the case. Not because the school ultimately, failed to properly assess the dangers of a pancake eating contest, but because it happened on their watch. And there was no one there that could have, if she choked on it, no one there was maybe on, no one there had the training. No one there knew like the Heimlich or could maybe, and I'm maybe speculating a little bit too far here, but that's how I view this sort of thing. That's how I view it. Like when I was in, I went to Boy Scouts, I learned the Heimlich, I know CPR, like we had to get trained and tested. It was a thing we had to go through back in the day. I have no idea if that's even a requirement now. And I think if people there would have been fully trained like I was when I was a kid, this attractive young girl would still be alive. But we'll never know. We'll never know.